Okay, well, welcome. Welcome. Happy February. Happy Black Lives Matter month. Um, happy, I guess maybe it's not a happy, but it's important. And happy month of love. Here on Facebook, you can see, I don't know if you can see this on, where is it? It's backwards on. Weird. On Instagram, I don't know if you can see my Riley. Okay, that's really bizarre. He's the invisible cat. No, he's really just more over here. He's over here. Like, where's the cat? So if you're looking on Facebook, you can see Riley is is joining us today. So hi everybody. Hi. 19 degrees in New York. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the temperature has been falling here like crazy. So it's down to like 50. And yeah, snow. Robin, my son is going back to school on Saturday, and they're expecting snow in Atlanta as well. So, oh my goodness, such crazy stuff. So, welcome to February. Welcome to Black Lives Matter month, Black History Month, rather, Black History Month. Welcome to Riley, who has just decided he's going to be 19 inches of snow. That is crazy. That's an insane amount of snow. Having lived in upstate New York and in Maine, that's a crazy amount of snow. All right, so and still time. Please stay safe. Please stay inside. If you are someplace where there is snow, no, you cannot go over there. No, you cannot go over there. No, you cannot go over there. Okay, so this is a roasted chickpea. You know, chickpeas, like, chickpeas. So you make falafel and hummus, and this is roasted chickpea. And this is like Riley's favorite thing to eat is a roasted chickpea. They're a great snack. You make them like pumpkin seeds. You just roast them in the oven. But it is hilarious because he comes up on my desk and he wants to eat the roasted chickpeas because he's a weird cat. So anyway, welcome to Monday. I am happy to tell you, and not happy to tell you, I'm happy to tell you, I'm officially scheduled for surgery this Friday. So there will not be a Monday live next Monday. I am third time's the charm, but they seem very confident that this time it is my turn, so I'm imagining there will not be a live event on Monday next week. So I'm sorry for that. I'm grateful for the extra bonus time that we've had together, and if I can hop on next Monday just to say hello, I will. So we will see how that goes. So in the meanwhile, I want to say, hooray! We are into the official start of Mercury retrograde. And I know you're already thinking, like, who says hooray to that? Because usually it's like, Mercury retrograde. But the fact that we're actually in it now is so much better than we're in the pre-window of it. The Mercury retrograde, where it's the time before, the 2 weeks before retrograde and the 2 weeks after retrograde. Those are the places where you really want to, where we really have some struggles, where we can really see the effects of Mercury retrograde starting to rear their ugly heads, except that it's not ugly. And I've talked about this a bunch of times. It's not necessarily an ugly thing or a bad thing. Everyone's like, Mercury retrograde, it's like those scenes from movies where people are just running in all directions, screaming and panicking, right? And it's not how it should be, or it's not how it could be, if you can remember that everything that the universe is showing us is designed for our benefit. So I saw this amazing meme, and I will find it and I will share it. And it was basically this guy standing on the edge of a cliff, and the universe, this giant hand was behind him going, okay, gonna flick you off the edge of this cliff. But at the same time, right underneath this cliff in this chasm where the guy was gonna fall, there was another hand, and it said, this is the universe. And then it said, this is also the universe. And that is so the truth, because when we are being pushed in a new direction, it's because the universe is trying to show us something's trying to take us somewhere. But at the same time, the universe is going to catch us. The universe has us. And that's the part that we get stuck with, we get caught up on, because we want what we want. So this surgery is the perfect example. I wanted to have the surgery 3 weeks ago because that would have worked better for my schedule. So how does that, how do we go about with that, right? We make plans and God laughs, right? So that would have worked better for my schedule, and that would have been more convenient for me, would have been more happy for me. Except what has turned out is that there have been so many blessings that I would have missed out on had I, been scheduled on my timeline. So, all right, some of you have seen this before. Riley likes to sit on the pillow behind me, so you can kind of see him sinking down into my back. So occasionally starts to climb my back, so we'll see how that goes today. So I would have missed out on just some amazing opportunities that have showed themselves in the last couple of days. So it's, or in the last 2 weeks. So, we say, I want, my timing, this is what I want. This is, I, me, right? And the universe is going, yeah, but this is what we're trying to work out for you to create all these other things that you said you wanted, that we're going to put together for you, if you will be patient and allow us to do the thing. So we ended up with new computers in the last couple of weeks. Robert got a new computer because his computer blew up. We ended up with all kinds of computing things going on with Dylan to get him ready to go back to school, and all kinds of hiccups for me as well. And today we ended up with a new modem from the cable company. So things have been jumbling around because Mercury loves to mess with electronics. That is one of the best places that Mercury retrograde is going to show up in your life. It's one of the most common places Mercury retrograde is going to show up in your life, because we are energy, and the easiest way to disrupt energy is with other energy. This is why if you're looking for your loved ones in spirit to show me a sign, you so often see flickering lights and things like that, or issues with radio, the radio station. You may hear the same song over and over again. People talk about seeing this in the numbers. So today, literally my own self today saw the 1111, saw the 222s, saw the 333s, and all in different ways. But this is all part of manipulating energy and manipulating our energy to be able to have the universe and our loved ones in spirit going, hey, pay attention over here, we're over here, look over here. And we get very, very caught up in the left brain side of our head of what I want, what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what works for me, and what's blah, 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 that we can't see that whole picture. And I've talked about this before. Gosh, it's so cold here today, which is not 19, but it's so cold here today. I'm wearing a turtleneck sweater, which I haven't worn in so long. So I keep like, what's going on? So one of the things that I've talked about many, many times is that we have the image of a tapestry where we have, we are looking up at, I want to see if I have something on my desk that I can use as an example, and I don't. Okay, so we'll use this. So this has got a pretty picture on the front of it, and on the back it's all scribbly. And so the universe goes like this. So the universe has got the pretty, pretty picture up here, and they are seeing all of the beautiful tapestry, and they know what they are putting together, and the weaving and the sewing, and they know what that looks like. And we look up and we see the backside of it, and we're like, what in the heck? That's a mess. What is going on? Except we can't see the other side where the beautiful picture is. And so that's something that's really, really important to remember, is that when we are looking at these things and we're looking at a bigger picture, we're still not getting the whole bigger picture. We're getting part of the bigger picture. If we want to look at our life, step back and take a look and say, I need to see the bigger picture of what's going on in my life, this in Mercury retrograde is a great time to do it. Because the whole purpose of Mercury retrograde is to bring to the surface the things that you have been ignoring or refusing to deal with, or pushing to the side, or maybe even worse, pushing down, so that you are not dealing with them and you are not allowing yourself to process or to receive that information. I knew I know, oh, I know. And don't you just hate it when you know and you just won't let yourself know? And so I knew, of course, last week, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I kept thinking to myself, why am I going for this COVID test? I know it's not going to happen. I know I'm not getting in there. It's not going to be the surgery. I know it's going to be on the 5th. And they said, well, go for the COVID test. Better safe than sorry. You never know. Blah blah blah. So I went for the COVID test. Sure enough, I'm rescheduled. And I knew I could hear them trying to talk to me. I could hear them telling me, trust us, wait, trust us, wait. Full moon, Mercury retrograde. We have other things in plan for you. Just wait. And I knew it because I listened to them and I trust them. Except I listen and I trust doesn't always translate, even for somebody like me, doesn't always translate to doing, because patience is hard. Patience is hard and we want what we want. So as you're moving forward in the Mercury retrograde that's happening right now, as you are receiving things that you see things like coming up, the same things coming up over and over again, something about money coming up over and over again, something about a car coming up over and over again, something about your mother or your mother-in-law, or 3 people pass from the same thing. And I'm not talking about COVID, and I'm not trying to be morbid, but let's say 3 people pass in the same way. Things that are trying to get your attention, and you start to see a pattern and you say, oh, well, that's weird because that happened 2 or 3 times already, or that's come up, that same subject. Like, let's say random people mention to you like the same subject, hey, how about your taxes or something? And that's maybe, I know we're getting into tax time, but not quite. And so if you see these same things that are coming up, that are coming up over and over again, pay attention to those things, see what they're talking about, and stop for a minute and just ask, what is it you're trying to show me? What is it you're trying to tell me? And then pay attention to what you receive. Pay attention to what maybe you'll get more information over the next hour or the next day or the next week. But remind them that you are open to receiving and that they are welcome in your life, because a Mercury retrograde, as much as it can be a total pain in the butt, it is never about trying to hurt us. It's not about trying to screw up our lives. Mercury retrograde is about trying to get us to see things that we're unwilling to see, handle them, to be able to release and move forward. So that's important. And so when you start to see these same things and you just feel like you're being beaten over the head by something, stop and ask, what is it that you're trying to show me? What is it that's going on here? Because when I did that, they said, hey, we're going to move this surgery one more time for you because, and it wasn't, it didn't happen to me, it was for me. We're going to move the surgery for you so that you can benefit from this, this, and this. And I will say, I'm so blessed to have a new client today that I would not have been able to have had I had the surgery this past Friday. I would have turned her down. And so I'm very grateful to have this new situation, and other, people that were just popping out of the woodwork to book time with me this past week that I would not have been able to say yes had I not listened to them. And so when you get these things that are happening, it isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And they are creating these scenarios for you so that you can benefit, even when we don't think that. And again, so we look at the bigger picture and we say, okay, what is it you're trying to show me? What is going on here? And we step back from our life to see the bigger picture. But even with that, understand that we're still not going to see the entirety of the bigger picture, because this is up here, that they are seeing the entirety of the bigger picture. So what we're seeing is the bigger picture from the human perspective of the peripheral vision that we can have, but they have such a bigger vision than what we can have. And so even when we stop and we ask and we say, what is it that I need to know? Show me. They're still showing us something that is such a pocket of the vision. And so it comes to us to trust. And so I'm going to find this meme, and I am going to share it on the page. I actually know right where it is, but as I'm using my computer and my phone right now, I can't use that to show you. But it was this amazing thing of the person standing on the cliff and the universe coming along, going a bink and flick them off the cliff. And this was the universe, but then also underneath of it, under the cliff where you couldn't really see it, this was also the universe. And so it's so much in our best interest to trust them rather than to fight them. And it is such a smoother path through so many of the things that we would deem to be hurdles and hiccups. if we can trust them. And when we can build that relationship with spirit and with source, the more that we can lean in and trust that they have our best interest at heart, then the more that they will expand that for us and say, oh, they're ready, she's ready, he's ready. They can do more. They can literally blow up your life in the most amazing, amazing ways. And let me be clear with that, because I think sometimes when we say blow up your life, we think something bad. But what if your life blew up with your dream job? What if your life blew up with an abundance of things in your bank account? What if your life blew up with the love of your life? What if, okay, hey, you're gonna go, see you, bye, bye. Oh, you did pretty good. Okay, bye. So what if you could blow up your life in the most amazing ways? Okay, we're gonna block you, bye. Oh, look at all your words that you have. We're gonna delete you. Okay. And Robin's gonna get in there and try and block this person. So I want to say we did pretty well today, actually getting a whole 15 minutes in before some spammer tried to come in. I want to say to you, especially on Facebook, if you are getting someone who's making a comment to you on the post, these are people that you want to ignore, because if they are coming in and they're trying to post, message me, these are scammers. And so I do apologize. We did put some new protocols in place to hopefully cut down on some of that. So yeah, big block of text. So, but it's okay, because we can block their specific words that they use, which is good. So, so hopefully I know Robin is helping out with that too. So hopefully we will have reduced the number of those people that are coming in on our time. But anybody who's going to message you, like comment on your comment and say message me, please know that those are scammers. Please don't even pay any attention to them. And I do apologize that we have to deal with them, because that just seems to be the way it is. But we are doing all that we can to block them as quickly as possible. So I think Robin and anybody else that is. And so if they are liking your comment or anything like that, you can block them. So please feel free. Okay, I just take it as a sign that they must think that the people who are coming to participate in our group are the most awesome people, and they want to work with you too, even though we don't want you to work with scammy people. So I take it as flattery that they think you all are so awesome that they want to work with you as well. And I don't blame them, because I think you all are awesome. And super excited that we are just 3 people away from our 800 goal. I saw this on Facebook this morning. 797. When we hit 800, we're giving away another 30-minute reading. That is going to be so exciting. And I also want to share that my online course of Becoming an Empowered Empath is going live this week to open enrollment. Finally, we're so excited to have that happen, that we are going to open enrollment for that class. The online course is going to be available for registration this week. So that will probably happen tomorrow, because with all of this going on today, the day was a little full. So we're going to launch that tomorrow. So look for that in your email box. If I do not have your email box, please message me. If I don't have your email address, please make sure you are messaging me right away, so that we get you on the email list, so that you know exactly what is going on. And I will make a post about that as well, so that we have you all ready to learn about the online course of Becoming an Empowered Empath. It is awesome news. Thank you, Barbara. It's so fabulous to see your name pop up in your face. It is awesome news. We are really, really excited. We put so much content and so much information in this online course. It is just going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be a blessing to so many people. So we're super excited. All right. So where we are basing in our chakra, oh my goodness. So where we are basing in our chakra And our chakra cards with the oracle energies today is going to be Call of the Muse. Call of the Muse, this is going to be up in the crown chakra and in the third eye chakra as well. So we have the Call of the Muse. I love this. Look at this beautiful picture. And so with Call of the Muse, we are looking really at our intuition, right, which we've been talking about, of using our higher powers to trust them and communicate with them and to work with them and to allow them to work with us. And as we're allowing this intuition to come in, we are blessed in so many ways. So I love when we pull the cards after we talk for a little bit, because the cards so often are echoing what we've already shared, what I've already shared, what they have already given me to share with you. And just such an amazing thing about the cards, because the cards are never wrong. They're never wrong. And I just think that that's so fantastic that when we pull cards that they echo exactly what we've been talking about. It just shows really that they're giving us accurate information, but to me it also shows that they're listening. So that I love. So, all right, one more in our goddess. We want to see which goddess is with us today. For this week, our goddess is Isis. Oh, I love this. Isis, the goddess Isis. And this is all about rebirth. Isis is all about rebirth. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Oh, there's my glasses. All right, let's see what Isis has to actually say. With the goddesses, I really prefer to read to you from Colette Baron Reid's book, because I think they did an amazing job with putting these together. But the fact that Isis is the card that we pull for which goddess is with us this week, and she's all about rebirth, I think that's spectacular, because truly isn't that what we're talking about, is in this new 2021 year, and that we are, you know, coming out of the darkness and we're coming into a place of light. We've just come out of the full moon energy, and we're now into the, hi Eliana, welcome, and we are coming into that energy of the retrograde that is all about that pulling stuff up to the surface that we don't need, so we can let it go, so we can be reborn. So Isis says, like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost in old wounds, old stories, are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, more mature version. Where you were helpless, now there is hope. Where you were lost, now there is faith. You have the capacity for even more now. Where there was inequity and injustice, now you can see a better way. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself, your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage. And I love that, because it's so much about what we were just talking about, that this is all about being the new you, where we are allowing all of this stuff to shift with Mercury retrograde, to bring up these things that we need to release, that we get to let go of, and that we can move forward in a new way. Have courage in our rebirth and trust that we are moving in the right direction. I love this, because it's always about moving in a new direction. Eliana, welcome, welcome. The answer to that question is yes, always. There's always spirits around us. Always, always spirits around us. We have so many amazing spirits. We have our guides that are with us. We have angels. We have our loved ones. We may have spirit animals. You may have guides that are, you have your set of guides that are with you from birth, that are with you for your whole human existence in this lifetime. And then we also have our guides that are with us for specific things. So if you are having a specific, coming into a new phase of your life, maybe welcoming a baby or starting a job, or you are working on something specific, you may gather a guide who comes to be in service to you, who has an expertise in that area, or who has some wisdom and guidance to offer in that area. So we have our guides that are with us all the time, and then we have our guides that are, we have our loved ones that are with us, and then we also have our guides who come in for situational assistance and guidance, and that's their job. And they love that. They are looking around and they're like, hey, that person, they're on my wavelength. I'm going to go and help them. And what a selfless act that is. I mean, just such an amazing, amazing thing. So I'm so glad. So we will hold that question. We will be doing messages at the end. So, all right. So we've got our cards, and I love that our first card is the answer of yes, which again continues to affirm for us that we are on the right track with Call of the Muse, moving us in the right direction, listening to your heart, listening to what your third eye chakra and your crown chakra are trying to tell you, which is basically talking about listening to your right brain, not listening to your left brain. Left brain is ego. Left brain is me, I, what I want, right? So left brain wanted surgery 3 weeks ago, but right brain says, wait for the right time. And so this is Call of the Muse. It's listening to what you're being shown. What is being shared with you, and know that you are on the track to have a reawakening, a rebirthing, to be reborn in a new way, so that you are moving forward in the right way. And the fact that the first card that we get from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle card deck says yes, tells us that we are moving in the right direction. So please understand that even though we're continuing to see all of this tug of war and stress and struggle going on in our planet. I mean, we've got a coup in Myanmar, and we have an attempted coup here, and we've got all the COVID, and we've got, right? We could make a list that's a mile long, but we're still on the right track for humanity's evolution. And this, I promise you. So our next card says Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And so this falls right into that we are moving in the right direction. Now, here's the thing. This only works if we are willing to do the work, that we are willing to do the work. Because you can go through, hi, Eileen, okay, coming up. Let me finish, and we're going to pull some cards. We're going to answer some questions. And I love that you all are so excited. Yay! So this only works if we work. So if we are in a Mercury retrograde and we're just like, la, 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 I don't want to hear about it, then we could be angry and filled with rage and frustration, and we shift our energy, we pull our DNA closed, which cuts off all the opportunities for abundance and advancement for us, and then we have stifled the universe, and we basically told the universe and all of the loving guides that are there to help us, I don't care. I'm not interested in what you have to say. I don't care. And that's never where we want to go. So if you are getting, the feeling of being pulled in a direction, then you've got to do something, and you're getting those signs that we talked about, please make sure that you take the time for yourself to look at what is going on in your world, so that you are, get with somebody like me, or sit down in some quiet breath meditation to just ask them, what do I need to know for my highest and best good today? And then just wait. What are you trying to show me? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to get me to see? Because when we can come into that space, we allow them to work miracles and shift magical things in our life. But we have to be willing to do the work. In order to be unbound and to release the things from past lives and our karma and our emotional baggage that weighs us down, we have to be willing to release it. It's like that old joke of the guy that's drowning, and he says, God will help me. And so then, comes along a helicopter. He says, grab the ladder. He says, no, God will help me. God will save me. And so the helicopter leaves, and then comes along a boat. Here, jump in the boat. And the guy says, no, hi, Lori. And the guy says, no, God will save me. God will save me. And so the boat leaves, and then the guy says, drowning. And he says, God, why did you forsake me? And he says, you idiot, I sent you the helicopter. I sent you the boat. Get in the boat. We have to be willing to get in the boat. Are you willing to get in the boat? And that is so important, that we can look at these cards and we can say, okay, show me the call of the muse. Tell me what I need to know. Show me what's going on in my higher. Show me what Mercury retrograde is trying. Help me understand what Mercury retrograde is trying to get me to see. Nah, I don't want to do that. That's too hard. Nah, I don't want to do it. Well, guess what? So we have this idea of the cosmic bitch slap. And I love this because I've been talking about this for years. And what's so interesting is that if you look at society in the evolution of humanity, we're kind of in the cosmic bitch slap right now. Okay, so when the universe and the guides and our loved ones and all the folks that know so much more than we do are talking and talking, and they're trying to get us to get their attention, we go, hello, anybody home? Hello. And then we still don't listen because we're still over here in the left brain of me, right? The ego side. Finally, the universe goes, well, fine, the heck with you, whap. And it's the cosmic bitch slap, and you have your whole world. It's like if your life was a snow globe and they just went, right? And There you go. And so your whole world is quite literally turned upside down because you didn't listen, because we weren't paying attention. We didn't stop to say, okay, I know you're trying to tell me something. What is it? And get quiet for a minute. Even just setting a timer on your phone, because I know you all have them, to set a timer on your phone for 3 little minutes. 3 little minutes. You can do that. It's 180 seconds. You can do that. That's right, right? Me and math? Yeah, okay. So you can do that. And just get quiet for just 3 minutes and just see what comes into your head, see what comes into your awareness, see what comes to you after you stop that period of quietness, because they are waiting for you to say, okay, I'm listening. But so often we don't pay attention and we are not willing to listen until we've had the cosmic bitch slap. We've had our life turned completely upside down. And now we're laying on the floor, prostrate on the floor with our face in the carpeting, saying, what is it you want from me? But they've been trying to tell us all along. And so if you feel like your snow globe is getting shaken right now, this is Mercury retrograde, and that's what it's for. Okay, Mercury retrograde comes in to give us that wake up before the cosmic bitch slap. Okay, so if you are feeling the call of the muse, what is it that they are trying to get you to see? Trust them. Because Isis is our goddess who's with us this week, and she is all about the rebirth. And then we have the yes that reminds us we are absolutely on the right track. But we also have the unbound, which reminds us that we have to be willing to do the work. We have to be willing to trust them. We have to be willing to listen, and we have to be willing to shift. You can't continue to be an angry, ungrateful person and then expect the universe to bless you. And this is not being judgy about anybody. I'm just saying that we can't listen to them and take in what they say and then go, yeah, yeah, that's too much work. I'm not doing that. Okay, so it's up to us to be willing to shift. And here's the thing: if we take one step towards them, and we take one step to saying yes, show me, I'm willing, I'm ready, take me, show me, they will open the doors, the floodgates for us. If we are willing to take one step of willingness towards them, show me what you need, show me what I need, show me. I want to tell you, I can't even begin to tell you how my life has changed in the last decade. How my life has changed in the last decade as I have brought them closer and closer to my heart, and I have let them guide me every single time. So when my surgery rescheduled the first time, everybody was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You must be so mad. You must be so upset. And I was like, nah. I mean, I was frustrated, but I was not as upset as everybody seemed to think I should be, because I trusted them and I knew that there was something else going on. And I look at the things that have happened in the past 2.5 weeks and I'm like, all right, I see what you did there. All right. So instead of getting into a rage about it, I just acknowledge that they know more than me and that it's all going to work itself out and it's all going to be okay, because it will. And the more that we can lean into them and the more that we can trust them, the more they will throw those floodgates open for us and bless us in ways that you can't even understand right now, because we don't see things in the same way, right? So we can't see the whole picture of the tapestry. And so the blessings that have come into my life and the blessings that I have witnessed come into other people's lives have been unprecedented, and things I never would have picked for myself or never would have expected for myself. And frankly, some of it is not even stuff I would have even thought to ask for. And yet the blessings rain down. So allow them space in your life. It is an amazing thing. So in our last card, before we're going to pull some cards for some other people, because I know Allison and Eliana have asked, specifically we have the Great Gathering. I love this. It's all coming together. The intuitive hits. You're joining your soul tribe. And you're here you are with the soul tribe. I mean, really. But it's all coming together, which reminds us again that we're on the right track. And so instead of hiding ourselves away, now COVID be safe, please, okay? But instead of hiding ourselves away from people who are different, we don't seek out trouble, but we seek out dialogue and we seek out compassion. This is the month of love, and it is Black History Month. It is so many wonderful things happen this month, but let this be the month of love. Let this be the month where everything that we do and every person that we greet is with compassion and love. Even the people who don't agree with us, even the people who seem to be on the other side of the aisle, even the people who seem to be, I don't know how this person came to that comprehension of the situation. I don't understand that at all. But still to come to that person from a place of love. And so this is the pledge that I am making. Yes, opening our hearts. This is the pledge that I am making. So I have I know some of you follow me on my personal Facebook page as well, and I have, Marjorie Taylor Greene of North Georgia, and I just don't even understand how that woman got elected to anything. But the fact that she's come out and decided that, the fires in California, which PG&E have, admitted to starting, that they were started by space lasers that the Jews put in space. Now, being Jewish, I take a little offense to that, but the audacity and the stupidity of it is just mind-boggling to me that somebody would think that, in many of the layers of that, and at the same time to still have compassion for this poor woman who has been so misguided, and that I send love and light to her, that she will find compassion and love in her heart, because her words and her actions are of someone who has lost that. And imagine what happens if somebody like her, who holds so much hate and anger in her heart, just to use her as an example, and she's been all over the news, so I feel like I can safely do that. Uh, if somebody like her was bombarded with love and compassion and shown a different way, now she may need a lot, but what kind of a shift that could make in our world? And so as we come today, February 1st, so I don't know if everybody did rabbit this morning. I totally forgot. But as you are, I'm not superstitious, I just think it's fun. And as you are moving through this month of February, to be working from that place of love and compassion, even for people that make you want to just shake your head, and even from people that make you want to just scream, to still come from that place of love and compassion. So we have a joke in my family: when somebody cuts us off in traffic, we go, "Oh my gosh, that poor man's gone blind," because somebody with a heart of love and compassion would not intentionally cut you off and make you slam on your brakes, right? But it happens. And so we just think, well, maybe they just didn't see, maybe they were in a hurry because they had to get to the doctor, and we try and look at situations from a place of love and compassion, and rather than a place of judgment and harshness, and be like, that person, blah, 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 because that changes our energy. And when we have our energy expanding from that place of love and compassion, right, we keep our DNA unspooled, like we've talked about. And then we also have that larger picture that we can be putting our energy, our compassion is going to reach a larger cavitation of knocking off of other people. Like we talk all the time about, I drop my pebble in the water and you drop your pebble in the water, and the bubble, we make the rings and they spread out in the water, and then my rings bump into your rings and we make new rings that are bigger. And we spread that passion, that compassion, and that is so much more powerful than spreading the anger and the frustration. And so that is my challenge to you this month, and that is the challenge I'm being given to give to you and also to myself, to be filled with love and compassion this month. So let's pull some cards. I know Eliana asked for a card, and also Aline asked for a card, and Sarah asked for a card. Ooh, going to become pregnant anytime soon. Sarah Marshall, I hear 6 months in my head. I hear 6 months. So somewhere in, I want to say 6 months or less. As soon as I looked at your message, that was what I heard in my head. So I'm going to give that to you with all my hope and love and blessing, that by the time we are celebrating 4th of July, you will be celebrating something wonderful. So that's going to be for Sarah Marshall. And for Eliana, I've got this card. It says the mirror card, and this says who or what is triggering you. So Eliana, I'm being called to ask you, what is it that you are not being willing to see? And what is it that you are being shown by someone in your circle? Maybe your soulmates and twin flames are so important at showing us what is in our own life that we are not willing to see. And so I'm telling you that this is what they're sharing with me is that this is about looking at your own life and seeing what is it that I'm missing, what is it that I'm ignoring, what am I refusing to see, who is being that pain in my life that is trying to get me to see something else. So, okay, so who was Eileen? Okay, Eileen asked for a card about emigrating. Okay, I don't know. Let's see, Eileen emigrating. I don't see that. I don't see that. That doesn't mean I'm not God. I'm not God, and humans have free will. So, because I feel like you want to be emigrating, but I'm not feeling that. So I tell people all the time I'm very good at what I do, but I'm not God. That doesn't mean I'm absolutely right. There are a lot of situations that can be shifted by other circumstances. So I'm not feeling it, but that doesn't mean. Nope, I'm not feeling it. But it doesn't mean that, we have the ability to really push things when we want something badly. We can push it and create it to happen. But I would say, I want to say for you, patience and allow this to unfold, because I do feel like what I'm seeing is that there are wheels that are turning that you're not seeing. And I want to say to you, patience. But I also feel like there's going to be a point where you need to kind of put your foot down to be able to say, I've been patient, I'm waiting, and I want to push and make sure that they don't forget about you. So and then I want to pull one more card. I forget who asked for that, but I want to pull one more card. And this is Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, who sends light. She is divine love. Okay, Anna, the mother of Jesus, this is divine love. This is grandmother of Jesus, sorry, this is divine love. When you look at Anna, you look at Mother Mary, you look at Jesus, this is absolutely divine love. And we have this when we have this, she comes in as a blanket of love and protection. She comes in as a blanket of love and protection. And so while I love that she is, I feel like I feel sad that I feel like I didn't tell Eileen what she wanted to hear. I do feel like this immediate blanket of love and protection that comes down over top of us from Anna, that is a reminder of that all things do work together for good, and that we are all in this together, and that all of the things are being guided, not that we have free will, right? But that things are being guided by higher intelligence than us when we can allow it. And so if we can stay in that place of love, and I love to have this card to finish on, that when we can stay in this place of love, it is so much more powerful for us to make those shifts than when we are in a place of anger and frustration. So wherever you are, especially as you're moving through this time of this Mercury retrograde, allow these things to come up. What is it I'm being shown? What is it I'm being led to? What is it that is a theme or a recurring situation? What are they trying to get my attention to? What do I need to release, or what do I need to bring in so that I can move forward on my path? But know that you are being covered as you move through this transitional time. You are absolutely being covered with the love and grace that comes from the lineage of Jesus's family. And I know there's a whole lot of people have a whole lot of feelings about Jesus, but for whatever religion has done to his legacy, he starts as an ascended master. He starts as someone who operates fully from love or above. And so we want to stay engaged in that energy, which is the energy of love, especially in the month of February. So with that, I wish you all so much love, so much light. If I do not have your email address, your physical email address, please make sure you send it to me, message me, DM me, whatever. Get me your email address, because the online course, Becoming an Empowered Empath, is launching this week. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. The enrollment is only going to be open for a short time. We want to get as many people have the opportunity to participate and enroll. There's even a live Zoom call with me. So you have so much. I want to make sure that we have this accessible to everyone. So if I don't have your email address, make sure you DM me, and let's get you all to be able to know all the information, all the details about our live course, Becoming an Empowered Empath. Look for me also on Wednesday evening right here for our weekly meditation to help get you through the rest of the week at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. And I will be so excited to see you soon. We are just a biscuit away away from hitting 800 amazing people in our community of light on the Facebook page. And once we hit 800, we will be giving away another free 30-minute reading. So make sure that if you are not already liking and following, that you are doing that. And as soon as we finish that on the Facebook page, we're going to have another follow along contest to do the same thing over on Instagram. So definitely, if you're not already following, please make sure that you do that. And again, send me your email address so we can get you on the list for the Becoming an Empowered Empath online course. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Happy Monday, happy February, happy month of love and compassion and tolerance and acceptance and lifting others through our love and compassion. Have a great one.